Okay, we promised everyone that we would jump into some MLB storylines. The Angels, they were all in for a playoff push at the trade deadline. But now Mike Trout is back on the IL with pain in that left hand. It caused him to miss 38 games, and Shohei Ohtani will not pitch the rest of the way. A torn UCL. Can we possibly overstate how devastating this is?
Oh, it's huge, and you're right. Perry Manassian, the GM of the Angels, he went all in, made some additions, and tried to keep up in that wild card. I didn't think they were going to be able to compete in the West as far as winning the West, but as far as the wild card, they were right there. And he wanted to show, I think, Ohtani that, hey, we want to win and try to keep him for next year. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I think now, with his elbow injury, maybe the Angels have even a better chance to sign him. It's a shame. The best player in the game, you're not going to see him pitch. He will finish the season as a hitter. Who knows what his decision is going to be as far as Tommy John. He's had Tommy John before in 2018. This will be his second one if he chooses to go that direction. It's just a devastating loss. And then you look at Mike Trout, probably the next best player. You look Judge, Ohtani, and Trout, the three best probably in baseball, and he's out. He probably came back a little too soon. He wanted to try to get into that playoff race and help out the Angels, and now he winds up back on the IL with the same injury.
Meanwhile, Jeff, how about the Mariners? They pulled into a first-place tie in the AL West with the Rangers. They are also right in the middle of that wild card race. What has impressed and surprised you the most about this Seattle team?
Well, I don't know about surprise. I remember being out there when we were with the Yankees on that 3-game series, and the Yankees took 2 out of 3, and I was talking with a bunch of the media members from Seattle, and they said, well, you know, there's no chance that the Mariners are going to make the playoffs this year. I think they were in 4th place at the time behind the Angels, and they were just offensively weren't there. You know, you look at Julio Rodriguez. I think he was hitting 243 at the All-Star break. He wound up making the All-Star team, you understand, because it was in Seattle, but as far as average-wise, he probably didn't deserve it. But the offense has turned around. They've been crushing the ball. Cal Raleigh, you look at Julio Rodriguez, what he's done. He's back to the player that they've thought, that they saw last year. Even Teoscar Hernandez has really been putting together a good 3 weeks, hitting well over 300, and the home run power is back. Their pitching has always been there. Now, remember, this is the 2nd year in a row that they traded their closer, Graveman last year, and then Sewald this year, and they're still there. They're still competing now for the Western Division, which I don't know if anybody saw that around the All-Star break.
Absolutely, and you know, I looked it up. 20 years, 03 was the last time they had any piece of the division title. Moving on, the Nationals, they've tentatively scheduled a press conference for September the 9th. Steven Strasburg expected to announce his retirement. He'll forever be that 2019 World Series MVP. Few came in with that kind of hype. He's been a great national, Jeff, but injury certainly got a little more of him than any baseball fan would have liked. How do you describe his MLB career?
Yeah, no, it's just a shame. You know, he came up with a lot of hype, and he lived up to that hype in the beginning. He signed that big contract with a 7-year, almost $250 million contract, and now he has, I think, 4 or 5 years left. They'll wind up paying him in some sort for the remainder of the time. But it's a shame. He had such a great arm, good fastball. He was an exciting player. You mentioned the World Series MVP in 19, where he led those Nationals to their first World Championship. You know, he was great. He was a guy that you would want to watch every single 5th day. And now, you know, he's just been hampered by injuries and not able to come back. And he's tried. He's worked his butt off to try to come back. And every time he's gotten out on the mound, he's gone backwards. And it's probably a good move for him. He's probably worked too hard to try to get back on that mound, and he's just going to call it a career. And who knows what he would have been like. 113 wins. How many wins would he have had if he would have stayed healthy?
Yep, a forever national. And one more for you. The Orioles, they show no signs of slowing down. They are 80-48. That's the best record in the American League. We knew they were coming, but did you expect them to be this good this year?
I don't think anybody did. You know, they had a great year last year, and the fusion of all their great young players, their great rookies. I mean, it's just been amazing to watch. I'm from Baltimore, so besides a Yankee fan and a Mariner fan, I think the Orioles is probably 3rd on that list. It's great to see. It's such a great time when the Orioles fans come out and support their team, and what they're doing this year has been incredible. You know, the Rays are right behind them. You look at the Blue Jays, but 80 wins. You know, the Atlanta Braves, I think 83, are the only two teams with 80-plus wins. It's been incredible. It's really nice to see. It's exciting time in Baltimore, and with these young guys that they have on that team, you can see them competing or winning the East for a number of years going forward.
Jeff, thanks so much. Always great, and always great to be with you. Have a great day alongside Michael.
Thanks, Nancy.
Okay.